Alright, everybody, welcome to English 102. And so if you've had me in the past, you already know where this is going. But if not, I'm Dr. Lee. Everybody can call me Mike, though. I usually don't follow the doctor title too often. Let's see. So the first thing you'll want to do, obviously, is watch this video. So we'll finish watching this video. I'm going to go through all of the assignments for this week. You kind of have a lot this week, mainly because it's the first week, and you have to go through the start here and get started. And then you have to go to the course content and actually get to the content for the course. So a little bit about me. Let's see. I live in Illinois. You can see out the window it's actually snowing right now. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's only lightly snowing, but anyways, the dead trees, all that stuff. It's super cold here. I think it's like 5 degrees or something. Let's see where we at. All right, there we go. Anyway, so it's super cold. I used to live in Arizona. That's how I came to teach at CAC. I lived in Casa Grande for a little while, and I taught at CAC for a little while. And then when I moved away, I just actually needed somebody to teach online. They said yes, and so here I am. I think that was 2015, so almost 3 years later. So the first thing you want to do after you watch this video is come down here and do the class introduction. So that's you introducing yourself to the rest of the class. And if you are I teach several versions of this class, and they all kind of use the same videos. If you are if you are in a dual credit class, then I realize you guys are in, like, if you're in a high school classroom watching this and you're doing a dual credit with CAC, you're not just kind of the traditional online student who's sitting at home, probably above the age of 18. If you're sitting at home doing it, you're a traditional student. But if you're taking this early in high school, then I refer to you guys as high school dual credit classes. Anyways, if you're at the high school, this is going to be kind of weird because you guys are all physically in the same classroom. So think of this as more so for me, so that I can get to know you guys. So the first thing you want to do is read through the directions. I'm going to click on this because I kind of already know what it says. Plus, you can find the directions again when you go to create thread. Whenever you go to actually create your response, you'll click create thread. And here are the directions again. Come down here and type kind of like an email, just regarding or reply, introduction form, and then put your name. And so there's 6 things I want you to do. And actually what I'll do is I'll kind of back up here and put that on the board for you so that you can see that. Where are we at? There we go. That's probably good enough. So I'll blow this up so you can see a little bit. There we go. There. Alright. So, move this out of the way. Now, the very first thing you want to do is, well, you're going to be giving me 6 items, okay? So tell me about yourself, how long you've been at CAC, your major, what you hope to get from this class, and then 1 lie truth, and then guess my lie truth, which I'll explain that in just a sec. So first things first, tell me something interesting about yourself. For me, probably the most interesting thing for my students is that I actually don't have a degree in English, which is kind of weird. I have, oh, there's an email coming through. I have a degree in education, and then another degree in education, technically another degree in education, and then a PhD in psychology. When I was doing my master's in education, I actually got 40 some odd credits of graduate level English, and that is what qualified me to teach English. And plus I was a high school English teacher in Casa Grande for a little while, and in Texas when I lived there, so I've been around the block a little bit. But anyways, that's how I'm qualified. But it still does kind of throw people off whenever I'm like, hey, I don't have a degree in English. My latest degree is in psychology, where I studied video games. Kind of had nothing to do with English so much. Anyways, that's about me. I'm just giving you the abbreviated. Whenever you give your responses, try to give them in full sentences. That way I know what you're actually saying. Let's see. 2. How long have you been at CAC? I've been there since fall 2014. I'm not sure how long that is. 3.5 years. I think this will be the half year right now because I just finished fall. So yeah, like 3.5 going on 4, I guess. What's your major? I already kind of mentioned that, but I will again. Can't even spell it. Education and psychology. Those are my majors. I guess I don't really have it anymore. I graduated, but that was my major. Let's see. So, what do you hope to get from this class? Since I'm not actually in the class, that's kind of a hard answer to say. I guess 20 passing students. Sorry if I'm moving kind of fast. I'm trying to make this a shorter video. That way you guys aren't sitting here for like half hour, 45 minutes. I already recorded it once. It was like 35 minutes long. Didn't want you to have to sit through that, so I'm trying to speed it up a little bit. And so then comes the 5 and 6. So one line, one truth. So this is your last truth. And well, what does that mean? Let me show you. So number 6 is going to be my lie and truth. And your job for number 6, guess which one of the following sentences is true about me. Okay, so I'm going to give you 2. Actually, they're already listed there. Number 1, you see that? Yeah. That is, I know all the main characters from the show My Little Pony. Okay, did I spell that out? Okay, cool, I did. Because I put MLP up here. That's just me abbreviating. Everything else is kind of spelled out on the computer there. Number 2, I've been to Europe 3 times. So one of those is true, one of those is false. And so I want you to do the exact same thing for yourself. Tell me one line, one truth for number 5. And then for number 6, just guess which one of these is my truth. And of course, tell me what the lie is too, I guess. But if you tell me one's the truth, then you automatically put yourself in the category for the other one must be the lie. So anyways, that's what I want you guys to do. Now, there are some ways to get extra credit for this assignment. Number 1 is to post a video like I'm doing. If you do that, you can get 5 extra credit points. Can you see that? Cool. Video. The second one is to correctly guess my truth. If you can guess which one of these is true, then you get 5 extra credit points. But then also, after you see a couple of these are posted, I want you to go through and read them. Read other people's, read your peers. And once you read those, try and respond to them. And, say whatever you want, but, well, appropriate for school. Say something back to them, and then from that, try and guess their truth and their lie as well. And so if you do that, great. Something also to think about, if you're in that dual credit high school class, then you need to be thinking about what don't you already know, or what don't people in your class already know about you. So, for instance, I'm not sure where my high school partnership class is, but if they're at a union, then it doesn't do very good to say, oh yeah, I'm going to union whenever everyone's sitting around you, because then everybody's going to know. So, anyways, that's what I want you to do for this assignment. Here's your methods or options for getting extra credit. You can also just not get the extra credit if you want to, and just write this stuff down on the computer. Over here, I'll go ahead and switch back to that. And I'm going to pause this and erase my board real quick. Poof. It's gone. Alright. Let me come back down here. Okay, so once you do that stuff, kind of go back. Well, it'll take you back to start here, but if you cancel in the middle for whatever reason, just go ahead and click on the start here button. It'll take you back. You've done this, and then go ahead and take a look at the syllabus. And again, I'm trying to get this below 30 minutes, so I'm going to try. If it's not, I'm not going to record it for a third time. So if you get 30 minutes this time, sorry. You're going to have to stick with it. So here's the syllabus. Let me grab the books real quick. Okay, so the books are right there, but if they look like this, you see the picture right there below it, and then you see the picture right over there. It says book. So let's see. You will need both of them. Basically, what's going to happen is this book is just kind of proper writing skills and good methods for writing well. The other one is the reader, and that gives you examples of good writing. People that have constructed well-constructed essays. And so those examples are in here, and we'll be taking readings from both, and then readings from these books will then be used to complete assignments. So Make sure you get both books because you'll need them. Here in the center, this is the syllabus, obviously, for our semester. Now, I do recycle these videos, and even though I'm recording one right now for the current semester, in the future I'm going to try and use these videos again. So if you see a different date here, just disregard and go with whatever date is on your syllabus, and just know that if anything changes, I re-record my videos, which is why I'm re-recording right now, because some things did change. And so right here in the middle, these are my contact. These are my contact informations. I guess that's proper grammar. But anyways, michael.lees5@centralaz.edu. You can also go down here to where's that? Contact instructor right here. You can click on that as well. It'll open up my contact information. You click on my email and take you there. Let's see. Also, my phone numbers. Let me see. I'll just open up an email here. Here's my office number. You can call me. It is like right here sitting beside me. But honestly, if I'm not here, then I'm not going to know you called unless you leave a voicemail. The easiest way to get a hold of me is my cell phone. That's that one right there, 210-818-6160. It's still my phone number from Texas. I've had it for a long time. Let's see, what else? I think that's really the only number. See, the good thing about this is that I get a lot of phone calls from numbers I don't know, like trying to sell me stuff, and so I don't answer phone calls a lot. But if you can text that phone number, and I'll text you back pretty quickly. Usually, at least within 24 hours. Usually within an hour. And if you don't get anything back from me in 24 hours, make sure you remind me. Just kind of send me another text, because I might be out somewhere, and if you text me, then I want to make sure I give you time, dedicate time to answering your question and not just kind of blow you off. So I'll wait until I get home, or I'll wait until I get away from my kids, and then I'll kind of text you an answer. That way I can concentrate on what I'm doing. But sometimes I'll forget. So if I'm out at the grocery store and you text me, I may forget by the time I get home. And so if you don't get something back from me in a day, then text me again and say, hey, did you get a chance to think about my question? Something to think about is also I don't reply to you until I get an answer for you. So if you ask me something that's not specifically regarding the class, and I have to maybe you ask me to look into something for you, or maybe even you ask me to review your homework, and for some kind of aspect, some kind of element, some kind of question you have, I'm not going to answer you until I get you the answer. And so it might take a little while. But anyways, so that's that. Office number down here, cell phone up here. Obviously, I'm here in Godfrey, Illinois, at Lewis Clark College, so my time zone's a little different, but I go by Arizona time for CAC, so that's not really a big deal for you guys. Let's come back here. Here are the goals for the course. I'll let you guys read those. Here are the specific skills that kind of go with those goals. Tardies, you can't really be tardy in an online class, but so there is, if you don't log in for a week, technically that's considered an absence. And if you don't log in for 3 weeks in a row, not only is your grade going to kill you, but your absences will as well. So with that being said, even if you're absent, I'm not sure if this applies to you, because if you log in, then you're going to be in the class, you'll get attendance. If you're just not turning in your assignments, well, that's kind of on you. But even if you, for whatever reason, can't log into Blackboard to submit your assignments, we'll say maybe that could happen. Anytime you need to, you can email me an assignment. So Blackboard isn't working or whatever, you can email it. And you can email it from your personal email as well. So just michael.lee5@centralaz.edu. That's the one back up here at the top. That one right there. Okay, so here's the grading scale. All of your assignments are going to be graded on a weight, so basically everything's worth 100 points, but that 100 points makes up either 10% of your grade, 15, 20, 20, 10, 15. So at the end, whenever you get to the end of the course, I always get this question, so pay attention right now. Well, not that one, hold on. Let me find it for you. At the end of the course, so we're in any given time in the course actually, always look at the weighted total, because your grades are going to be weighted, and if you just look at the total, it might say 900 out of 1,000. But the weighted total might not be that, because, for instance, well, I already closed it, but some parts of the class, some assignments, your essays specifically, are worth a lot more than, say, like your single homework items. And so if you get a 30 on your essay, but you get 100 on the rest of your homework, that's still significantly low in the class, because those essays are worth so much. So always look at the weighted total. Don't ever look at the total, just weighted total. Alright, where are we at? Back to the syllabus. Close this up pretty quick, I think. There's not really much else to talk about. Let's see. Typical grades, A, B, C, D, F. Late work. Okay, so one more thing. Every day that assignment is late, it's 10 points off. So remember, it's out of 100 points. All my assignments are worth 100 points. But if it's 10 points off, that's 10% off. So don't be late on assignments. However, I understand that happens. So there is a one-time option that you can turn in a late pass. And so basically you get to turn in your late pass and you have until the end of the semester. Just send me an email, let me know that you're going to be late. I'll still mark you down for a 0 just in case you decide like halfway through, I'm not going to do it, and then I don't want to give you free credit. So I'm still going to mark you down for a 0. And then when you turn in the assignment, you submit the assignment in the comment section. Just say, hey, I'm going to use my late pass. And then I'll change your 0 to whatever is appropriate. I'll let you guys read the rest of the stuff. Obviously, don't plagiarize. You're going to have 4 essays in this. One's going to be, well, sort of. You have 3 essays and an annotated bibliography. So your first project, due I think in like week 3 or something, annotated bibliography. I'll talk more about that in week 1 or in another video. Causal argument, where we look at the cause of a social issue, because really the reason these circles are kind of encompassing one another is because I want you to look for a social issue that you are interested in and then kind of take that social issue and write all of your papers about it so that you can become an expert in whatever that social issue is. So your annotated bibliography then is you looking up sources on a social issue, and social issue can be as small as your neighbor not cutting the grass or as large as gun control or abortion, something like that. So anyways, the annotated bibliography is looking up sources for that idea. The causal argument is you trying to research and come up with a cause for that social issue, cause for that social problem. The academic argument is you looking at alternative beliefs, alternative perspectives on the social issue. And then the research proposal is you proposing research be done on any given assignment. So be thinking about that while you're doing your assignments. Oh, one thing about these, make sure that you turn in the final draft for all of these. Even if you get a 30 or even if it's 10, 20 days late, still turn it in, because if you don't submit at least some kind of tangible piece of work for these, then you can't pass the class. Because if you don't turn in these major assignments, you can't pass the class. So make sure you turn in these four big assignments. The other ones, those are negotiable, but I mean, they're still going to affect your grade, obviously, but you have to at least attempt these 4 assignments particularly. Here's how I grade on all your essays, and basically if there's any questions you have for me that I can't answer, I'll always direct you to Professor Hindhedi. She's the communications department. She's the chair, so she's kind of in charge of all that stuff. Here's some more stuff about plagiarism. Just basically don't steal anyone's work. Make sure you read this stuff, by the way. If you have any kind of disability, like maybe you have trouble hearing or trouble seeing, then that could make this class very difficult, and so we need to set you up for success in some form or fashion. I don't know how we're going to do that, but we'll figure something out. But here's the information for that. There's in there a phone number down here you can call, and they'll kind of set you up with something, and then they'll let me know, of course. And then there's the CSLOs. Those are just the things you should be able to do by the time you leave, and that's just any given when you leave CAT. So once you're done, go ahead and start here. I think we've covered everything, so I'm going to go ahead and close this video out. Oh, right. So when you're done with all this, there's still other stuff to do. So go to the course content and click on course content again, and then go into week 1. So that's also due by January 21st. Luckily, there's not a whole lot due. This one, you just do some reading, watch these videos, and then decide on that topic. I mean, I go through this in this video here, so I'm not going to explain it too much, but watch this video, and it'll explain how to achieve these guys, namely this writing, this reading, and then these videos. The Writing Project 1 guidelines, it'll go over that, and then the topic choice and your discussion board. So anyways, make sure you watch the video. It'll explain a little bit more in depth, but overall, welcome to the class, and I will be seeing you in the videos, I guess. Bye-bye.